This video was released on Patreon earlier. If you'd like to watch my videos before they're out on YouTube, check the link in the description. Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to create a doll like this. To start, you can get the doll model from anywhere you prefer, but feel free to use my free model made for this tutorial. For this video I'm using the third-person project template. Let's get started. First, create an assets folder for your files. And inside it create a subfolder named DOS. Place your doll models there. While importing, make sure to untick recompute normals. Now open SMDollWay and remove its collisions. After that, add a convex collision and hit apply. We do this to fix the collisions issue, because when I tested my assets, Unreal imported collisions as a box, making it impossible to walk through the doorway. Now open the input actions folder and add a new input action named IA Interact. Also add this action to the IMC default input context. Set E key as the interaction key. Next, create a folder for our blueprints. Inside that folder add the two blueprint interfaces. The first one BPI Interactor and the second BPI Interactable Object. Open the BPI Interactor and add a function called setInteractableObject. For this function, add an input named InteractableObject and set its type to BPI InteractableObject. Now open the BPI InteractableObject interface and add a function named Interact. Next, open BP third-person character add the interactor interface to the class. After that, implement the interface function. Then promote interactable object to a variable so we can store the reference. Also implement the IA interact event. Call the interact function on the interactable object. And now it's time to create the doll blueprint. Open the blueprints folder and add a new class inherited from the actor. Name it BP-Doll. Inside it, add the sync component and name it Hinge. Attach the doll mesh to the hinge and make the doll touch 0 point by bottom left corner. Later I realized that I moved the hinge instead of the door, that's why be careful. Next, add the doorway outside the hinge. and position it so it fits perfectly around the door. Now add a box collider and scale it to size you want. This will define the area where the interaction with the door can be triggered. Now we have to create a widget, which we show in a moment when interaction is possible. In Content Browser, right-click, User Interface, Widget Blueprint and select User Widget. Name new widget WBP Interact Prompt. Inside the widget add a text element. Also set size to desired. Set the text to press E. I'd set the outline size to 5. Next go back to BP door. Add a widget component. Move it somewhere near the center of the door. Change the space to the screen. Set the widget class to Interact Prompt. Also changed the draw size to 300 by 50. And set the pivot to 0. Finally make widget invisible by default. Now add the BPI interactable object interface to the class. Next select the box collider and implement the onComponentBeginOverlap event. Inside the event, check if the other actor implements the interactor interface. If it does, call the setInteractableObject function on the other actor. And pass self as the interactable object. Then make the widget visible using the setVisibility function. Next select the box collider and add on component and overlap. Check if the other actor implements the BPI interactor interface. If it does, call setInteractableObject function, but don't pass any input this time. Then hide the widget using the setVisibility function. Now implement the interface event from BPI interactable object and add a new event called toggleOpen. Finally, inside the interact function, call toggleOpen. Add a boolean variable named isOpen. At the start of the toggleOpen function, reverse its value by setting it to not isOpen. Next, add a branch node. Now we need to create a timeline. Name it TLOpen and open it. Inside the timeline, add a float track, set the length to 1, then apply the Easy In preset. Rename track to Open. Now go back to the event graph. Connect the true output of the branch to play and false output to reverse. From the update pin of the timeline, update the hinge relative rotation. Split the new rotation struct. Now add a float variable called openAngle. I set its default value to 90. In the update pin of timeline, multiply openAngle by the timeline's open value and assign the result to that rotation. From the finished pin, check if the direction is forward. If it is, call setTimer by event. From the event, add a create event node and select toggle open. Then promote the time input to a variable named AutoCallsDelay. Set its default value to 2 seconds. Also promote the timer handle to a variable called AutoCallsTimer. When the door status changed, we need to stop the timer. To do this, go to the start of toggle open event and clear and invalidate timer at the start of event. Finally, move all relevant properties to a category named door. Finally, move all related properties to a category named door. And now it's time to test. Open your level, add the door to this scene, and try it out. And everything works well. Thank you for your attention and see you soon!